India is not just a country, it is a living story, a story that began more than 5,000 years ago.
Before kings, before gods, before religion had names, people lived in order, not fear. This is India's first civilization. Back more than 5,000 years to the Indus River, people built cities. Mohenjo-daro, more planned than many modern cities. Houses had drainage, streets had order, built on equality, not power. They wore cotton, made jewelry, traded far. No stories, only silence. They could write, but their script remains unread. History remembers them silently. No war or invasion. Rivers moved, climate changed. People slowly left. History never ends, evolves from brick cities to fire songs. Next, Vedic Age.
Journey to Mohenjo-daro, ancient Indus Valley. City boasted impressive brick buildings, telling tales. Advanced urban planning and drainage systems were ahead. Imagine people in attire, living daily lives in this metropolis. Mohenjo-daro remains a profound mystery, inviting us.
When cities fell, silence returned. But silence never lasts. From forests rose fire, song, memory. Around 1500 BCE, new people entered this land. Not city builders, but singers of hymns. They composed the Vedas, India's oldest sacred texts. Not written, but remembered. 4 Vedas, Rig, Sama, Yajur, Atharva. They spoke of nature, fire, sky, truth. Their gods were forces. Indra, god of thunder. Agni, sacred fire. Varuna, guardian of truth. Nature itself was God. Society found order. People divided by work, teacher, warrior, farmer, worker. At first flexible, later rigid. Questions grew deeper. Who am I? What is the soul? What is truth? Thus were born the Upanishads. They said, the soul inside you and the universe outside are one. From hymns to heroes, from forest sages to great wars. Next, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Every civilization asks one question. What is right? India answered not with laws, but with stories. First, the Ramayana, a story of an ideal man in an imperfect world. Rama chose duty even when it hurt. Rama could have ruled, but walked into exile. A promise was more important than power. Ravana was not a monster, intelligent, powerful, devoted. But pride blinded him. So, evil was chosen. This was not a war for land. It was a war for dharma. Victory is when truth stands. The Ramayana showed us who we should be. The Mahabharata showed us who we are. Between ideal and reality, India learned wisdom.
India is not just a country. It is a living story. A story that began more than 5,000 years ago. This is the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's oldest. They planned cities well, had clean water, but it mysteriously disappeared. From Mauryan kings like Ashoka who chose peace, to Gupta Golden Age inventing zero, India's empires inspire us today. The story continues.
Power is never gentle. It takes before it gives. Young Ashoka, a prince, believed only in strength, seeing mercy as weakness in a world of rivals. The Maurya Empire was vast, and Ashoka desired its complete dominion, leading to the brutal Kalinga War. Over 100,000 died, and though Ashoka won, something inside him collapsed, forcing him to confront his actions. He lost his hunger for violence, embracing Dhamma, compassion, self-control, and respect for all life. Ashoka spoke not through armies, but through stone, proclaiming that all people were his children. He ruled with power, but is remembered for restraint. The strongest empire India ever knew was ruled by a man who chose not to fight.
Long before kingdoms, humans lived as hunters and gatherers. They used stone tools and learned to control fire. India was one of the first homes of early human life. This was one of the world's earliest civilizations. Cities were planned, streets were clean, and houses had drainage systems.
They lived better than many people centuries later.
Yes, trade, seals, weights, and peaceful life defined them. After the Indus Valley, Aryans settled in India. The Vedas were composed. Society, philosophy, and spiritual ideas grew.
Is this when Hinduism began?
Yes, many roots of Indian culture started here. 16 powerful kingdoms rose. Magadha became the strongest due to its army and location.
A strong empire needs unity and discipline.
War has broken my soul. I choose peace. Ashoka spread Buddhism and moral laws across Asia. India entered a golden age. Zero, algebra, astronomy, medicine, and art flourished. New rulers arrived from Central Asia. Persian culture mixed with Indian traditions.
All religions are equal in my empire.
The Mughals brought art, architecture, and administration. Freedom is our birthright. The Marathas challenged Mughal power and defended Indian self-rule. Europeans came for trade but stayed for power. The British slowly took control.
Why did people not fight back?
They did, again and again.
I will not give up my Jhansi.
Non-violence is the strongest force. Millions united without weapons.